Alright, finally got these wires tied up out of the way. As you can see, they had to take different routes. I've just got to make the connection off for the horn and put that back on. Waiting for the flexible pipe. I've ordered new ones from Goodridge. Yes, Goodridge. A special order because I'm using the Wildwood. Oh, did I amuse myself? Wildwood brake calipers. The connection is there, that little bung there. So it comes out and it keeps touching, or will touch here, but I don't like that. So I've ordered the 24-inch ones. That'll give me enough to loop it up and hopefully keep it out of the way, or down and out of the way, but I'm assuming I'm gonna go up, but we will see. And you notice things. Sorry about the flickering light. Look at this. See, noticed I've got my marks on there. I've got to take those marks off because I don't want them on there, that's why. And I put the going to put the wheel arch, jeez, the other wheel back in. My next item is to, well, before I do that, I've got to find that bracket for the booster and start digging out the fuel line pipes. So let's get on with that and show you. I have just spotted a mistake. Yes, I know, it's hard to believe I've made a mistake. I have brought this copper pipe in through the top. I should have brought it along and in through the bottom. Why? Because it will make it easier for the flexible pipe and also hopefully prevent it from touching there. But as you know, I've ordered new ones, so they will be able to come out and form a better loop. And I'll get it away from that as well. Yeah, this is the easier one to change, rather than the one that was on the other side, because that was a whole nightmare. Okay, hey, live and learn. Yeah, that's wrong. It's gonna be changed. Well, there's some jiggery and pokery again. I've got the pipe now coming in the right place and in the right direction. A little bit of adaptation when I get the flexible. Probably extend that right angle a little bit, or reduce that. I'm not sure which. We'll see how it goes. Because it's tight on the it's tight on the edge there where it comes through. So I might have to take a little out of. In a second, take a little out of this bend to alleviate that. We'll see how it goes. As it's going to be a few weeks now, I'm going to put this wheel back on. I've got one more clip to do up there, and my plan is to use this hole here, which is the one that holds the brake pipe on the other side. Oh, that bloody light, stop it. Brake pipe on the other side, and I'll put a longer bolt through so I can just put a nut on this side and hold that cable there. Does it need it? Nah, probably not, but I just like to do it. I'm sorry, that light is going to go in the trash. What's the matter with you? Alright, let's move on to fuel lines. Right, here is my vacuum pipe, and thanks to Craig Gessler and Dave Peach, two subscribers that contacted me regarding this pipe. And gentlemen, thank you so much for that. That's what I love about my subscribers. They watch, they learn, hopefully. They give constructive criticism where needed, and also, as these two gentlemen did, offered help with photographs, diagrams, part numbers, etc. My subscribers are the best. So what you can see here is the vacuum pipe, and I just tried to get it where it should be, and it didn't want to play. Definitely not. The angles are all wrong. My intention now, which is rather annoying, is I'm going to heat this up and try and get it to the correct shape. That will take a bit of jiggery pokery again. I seem to be getting a lot of jiggery pokery these days, not in a nice way. So yeah, I mean that little kink right there, I mean that just, it doesn't look right. The one on the end I'm not going to worry about at the moment. That could actually have been real, but I'm not sure. This one I very much doubt, and this one I doubt too. And then maybe it needs a twist. Yeah, anyway, what's annoying is the fact that it's powder coated, and I got a pretty good job on it, but however, it's not right, so it has to be done again. And I'm not going to buy one of these pipes if you could, and I'll check that in a moment and see if I could. No, let's do it now. And here we have the pipe number 9. Looks like it's showing those brackets welded onto it. Number 9, vacuum pipe assembly, right-handed, blah 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 blah, not available. C16156. And then the brackets that hold it, again also not available. C15730. Bracket for fixing vacuum pipe to inlet manifold studs. So it looks like I'm going to have to make them. I believe I saw one somewhere, but I'm not sure. So time to go searching. I forgot to mention that if anybody needs this bracket, it doesn't fit my servo because I've got a different type of servo now. But if anyone out there has got the original servo and needs this, do let me know. Just checked on S&G Barrett. These are not available. So, as they're so rare, $1 million each. No, I'll be sensible. Contact me with either an offer, or I will come up with a number, considering these don't exist. Oh, and that's the wrong, isn't it? It would go like that. See? Okay, move on to fuel lines. Okay, so these are the fuel parts that I have discovered I have. This particular one is extremely rusty. I imagine, and I do not know this for a fact, that this one goes from inside the boot on the left. Sorry. Try that again. On the left hand side and onto the chassis. I believe that's where it lives. And then a flexible pipe is connected. Now why would that be? See, I'm thinking about this as I go along. Maybe, it was that way, with the flexible pipe connection, and then this end connects to the main line that feeds the carburetors and goes down the chassis. Thought on that. This one, I think, originally came from the fuel filter, and then for some reason looks like it's gone to a flexible, or of course it could be from a totally different car. Either way, that's not going to be used. Same applies to this one. I have no clue where that came from. This banjo, yeah, well, that's obvious, that goes to the fuel pump. Now these two, this one I believe is the feed from the tank. This one I believe is the one that goes through to feed the carburetors, so through from the boot floor. But that would mean it would attach to that, which it could do, couldn't it? Wouldn't it? Couldn't it? Hang on a second. Yep, that appears to be the correct fitting. appears. And don't put money on this. Yeah, I've got to try and find some pictures of how it is and whether that would be correct coming through the boot. And imagine the boot floor here and then this going down, but why that would go to flexible and not to steel, unless there was a problem in the past, it had rusted through. And I think that's probably what has happened. I've ordered 2 new pipes that go from the pump to these connections in the boot, and when they arrive then that will tell me exactly what I need. I may need this connection to be the other way, so that in fact a flexible goes from the underside of the boot and then joins up with the steel line, and the same may apply to this. It's going to be fun figuring this out. I've taken this apart 30 odd years ago, so you know, and foolishly didn't mark this is from here and put it in a bag. I just got it and cleaned it up. Okay, I've got some zinc plating to do here because this needs to be protected a little more, though it doesn't look bad, and these wouldn't do any harm in being plated. There was something else I wanted to plate and I can't remember what it was now, but never mind, I'll find it. Okay, what an odd collection. And if you know where these go, do let me know. I cannot see the purpose of, well, that one in particular, I really have no clue where that would go. Maybe that's from an E-type or something. That's the trouble, I work on so many cars, I end up with stuff. And this again, I think it came out of the fuel bowl. Did it go that way somewhere? Who knows? If you know, let me know. I worked on Jaguars for years, but I never did every job, so consequently sometimes I get in a right mucking fuddle. Okay, that's enough on this. Let's move on to something else. Okay, so that is the pipe from the tank. I've noticed on this piece that there is a very sharp angle, and I believe that fits on there very nicely. The only thing I've got to do is get the nut up, which is down on the end of the pipe down there. So with a bit of fishing I'll be able to get that up. And this may or may not come with the new stainless steel pipe. I sincerely hope it does, because it's going to be bloody awkward otherwise. As you can see, I've already got the fuel pump mounts in. This is the wire that goes to the sender, and this is the ground wire for the pump, and that goes onto that little hole there. So that's good. We've got the connection here for the pump, and also the ground for the pump. So that's looking pretty good. Appears to be a, oh, that's for the panel that covers this, isn't it? Now that's where the other one goes. And look at that, how that's made with that big giant washer already welded in. And that diameter there should tell me that that other one, the brass one that I've got, probably fits into there. So if that's the case, let's go look at it. Yeah, look at it. So that big washer, though, that would definitely be the case where it would reside this way up into the boot, and therefore this would screw onto here. And all I can think is that the pipe corroded away, so somebody cut it and put a bit of rubber hose on. So I've got to make sure that when I do my new pipe, I got this nut on it. I've bought some olives. I bought, I don't know, I think 10 olives, and I've got the pipe, What else do we need? A miracle. Trying to get this shit in. Oh my god, that's going to be fun, isn't it? Alright, so yeah, I got to get the pipe up. I'm sorry, I'm thinking. What movie is that from? There you go. I'm thinking. Gum Gum Dum Dum. There you go. If you don't get it from that, you've probably never seen the movie. Okay. Alright, let's get on with bending that pipe. I want to do a bit more research before I start bending this, or straightening it, should I say, and see if there are any others out there. The two guys sent me the pictures, as I mentioned earlier, and their pipes are straight. And I don't like to talk about men's pipe, but there you go. Yeah, theirs was dead straight. Mine always did have a curve. I mean, this always did have a curve. So it's not mine, really. What movie is that from? Okay, let's get on and check out some pictures, and then start straightening the bends. Alright, I'm gonna zinc plate this lot. I'm not sure how the brass one's gonna work out, but I wanted to keep everything the same. This connection here, or this end, this is for the fuel filler bowl. Got to give it a brush up, of course. These you already know, I've been through those. So I'll give them all a light wire brushing. And after that, a dose of the old brake cleaner, and then zinc plate them. Oh, anybody need these? I doubt it. They're for Willwood. Willwood Inlet Line Mark II. Didn't need them because of the way I'm plumbing the brake calipers, and I'm actually surprised. But then again, I think this was assuming that people are going to do things and just put their calipers on, because I cannot see where else these would be used. And they're very pretty. I don't have a use for them, which is a great shame, because I hate to waste shit like this. Alright, so I've got to wait for my... Oh god, I've got so many things coming from England. I have an electronic fuel pump conversion kit and a service kit for the SU fuel pump. I have the brake, this lot, that's coming from England, and there was something else that was coming from England too that I've ordered. I can't get away from that bloody place. What the hell was it? Fuel pump? Brake line. Hang on, I've got to think. Yeah, it takes me a moment. The fuel pump, the brake line piece, and also the flexible brake hoses. Oh, and by the way, that means I'm going to have two spare brake hoses that are 18 inches long, stainless steel braided hoses. If anyone's interested, you know what to do. Contact me via email, gstargarage@gmail.com, and we'll work out a deal, I'm sure. A nice view. Well, I just want to make a couple. I watch various videos, and how dumb are Americans? Now, I'm not saying this is purely Americans. I'm sure this applies to English and Chinese, Japanese, whatever. But they were asking college students various questions. One of them was, what is north and what is south of America? And this particular young lady says, oh, the South Pole, that's north of us, isn't it? Whew, okay. They were also asked things like, what's 15% of 100? They didn't know. It was shown a picture of a clock, and it was, I seem to recall it was around 10 to 2, or depending on how you want to pronounce it, you know, it could have been 1350, but you know, that would be way too complicated for them. And then they gave them, I think it was a math question, really difficult. What's 3 times 3? And they had no fucking clue. And these are the future of America. I sincerely hope that those that will be in power are a little better educated. But unfortunately, the people that put them in power are these idiots. Oh dear.